Hello out there, we're on the air. This is Kevin Dance coming at you on 107.9 CKQT, home of the cuties at the University of Western University. Today on Dungeon Punks, we have an interview with Mike DeFalco, director of the upcoming Dark Osprey biopic. Produced by Vermilion Pictures, the new doc will cover the hero's early career, finding out his father was a corrupt cop, his time in space saving the galaxy, and his return to Earth. But before that interview, of course we'll be talking about all the news in UWU, superheroes and campus life, and of course, playing all the best music. But first, let's catch you up to speed with what happened previously on Dungeon Punks.
1, 2, 1.
Yeah, we shouldn't wear our best clothes to hell, right?
Babe will be fine. She's super delusional.
Is sin a construct?
Hyde's gender presentation is no.
It's not drugs.
Have you had powered animals this whole time and not told us?
Babe is wearing the most impractical slinky dress.
Welcome to Dungeon Punks. I'm Stu Popp, your dungeon master, your podcast dad, your editor-in-chief, and all the other stuff. And with me, as always, are the members of Collateral Damage.
My name is Taylor Ramone. I play Jackie Hyde, aka Hyde. And my fun fact for today is Jackie has a fun elective that she's taking this semester. And that fun elective is vampire studies.
Blah.
Because it kind of deals with the cult. But in a way, it's studying the idea of vampires in like literature and movies and things like that. But are there real vampires? Who's to say? There could be.
Is the final project dissecting a vampire?
Ooh.
I hear that class
Imagine.
bites.
Yeah. Or sucks. Either way.
I'm Phil Cieplak. I play Jason Evans, aka Thrasher, and my fun fact for today is Jason has also taken a fun elective and has decided to take, I don't know, something along the lines of intro to like digital editing. So he's going to try to
Start a podcast?
Become a TikTok star?
Yeah, or like, I don't know, maybe do some editing for some videos, do a little bit of side hustle.
I guess he's not on the sports team
He probably
anymore.
needs a job.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he could do all the highlight videos for his sports buddies.
Yeah.
World star?
And I'm Kirk Hamilton playing Kevin Dance, aka Cadence. And Cadence fact, he actually hasn't told Jason this, but Kevin has a valuable Calico Witch comic book collection. Whoa.
I'm Leigh Eldridge, and I play Artemis Archer, aka the Bandit. And the fun elective that Artemis is taking this semester is intermediate blacksmithing. She's learning.
Intermediate.
Yes. She audited Intro to Blacksmithing, and they figured she was good enough. So she's taking intermediate and making her own swords.
Oh, cool. This is Artemis Q.
But you don't know that.
I'm Shim. I play Barbara Babe Lacey, aka Terra Firma, and she is also trying to take a fun elective. She has to satisfy a science credit, so she's taking the physics class that's like to do with music. I don't know. It's like physics and music together,
Interesting.
combined.
Waveforms, etc. Maybe, I don't know.
That sounds like a very Kevin Dance class.
I was going to say Kevin probably talked about it at one point. You're like, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
And my faculty fact for today is that a planned Superheroics program lunch and learn with guest lecturer and West Coast Union of Global Guardians premier invisibility-based hero, Miss Appear, has been canceled when they failed to show up for the event. University staff are hoping to reschedule the event with local invisible hero no-show. When last we left off,
Yeah, what
our
happened?
heroes were attempting to infiltrate a secret society meeting that they were invited to.
Infiltrate!
Well, I only say that because what little part of infiltrate you were trying to do, you immediately failed at. And
Wait, we were invited.
Yeah.
yeah, but you were super suspicious.
We knew it
And
was a
brought
trap.
a dead body with you.
We were very annoying.
Well, okay, to be fair, half the team wanted to bring the dead body. The other half were like, why are we doing this? I thought the plan was to not do this. So there was some confusion.
Miscommunication happened, apparently.
Another superhero. Miscommunication.
So while being very sus, you were brought down to the basement under the newspaper building where there was very clearly some sort of cult stuff going on. And you were invited to step into the center of the circle. You kind of said,
No.
No.
And then,
No, thanks.
We did see the pentagram on the ceiling.
of course, Kelsey, the leader of this particular chapter of
Kelsey.
the Hidden Palm cultist, the Ericacia, said, were you under the impression that I was asking as the doors locked behind you? And that is where we
beans.
are now.
I do think this is a situation that never would have happened if this wasn't narratively required. Like, there's no shot that Artemis would get us into this situation.
Oh, yeah, no.
I mean, here's the thing. As like confident as Artemis is, she's also 20. And as we know, all 20-year-olds are idiots.
Yeah, I've been watching Invincible and being very mad about everything that's
fair.
happening.
I will argue that we went in knowing it was a trap. So
That's
that was
true.
our whole, like, we know it's a trap.
Yeah.
So they can't spring a trap on us if we know it's a trap.
But our double bluff, I don't think
We're
works.
willingly walking into a
Yeah.
trap. Like
Yeah,
idiots.
I mean, this is your first attempt at the classic spy movie intending to be captured.
Yeah.
And it's going medium well, I'd say.
Yeah.
We might be about to go to hell. Who knows?
Yeah. I think
Stu knows.
our dumb points went to the corpse that we brought.
Yes.
That's where
Yeah.
that's where we allocated our
Our idiot points.
our idiot points.
Yeah, I think if you hadn't brought the corpse, you might just be like still in the like, oh yeah, they think we're here to.
To be a part of the cult.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a weird move, but I loved it. Anyways, you're trapped in a basement with a whole bunch of cultists, and you were being invited to step inside the circle where there are 5 chairs set up as if this is some sort of secret society initiation thing.
Okay, so just to kind of like rewind like a few seconds
Sure.
and paint the scene a bit. So we're all standing here, not in the
You've
circle.
not stepped into the
No.
circle. So these like secret society members, you're assuming cultists based on everything. They're wearing robes, but they're also wearing like the preppy like
Izod shirts.
suits with the like little pin of a palm tree kind of thing. You know, that very like frat and sorority kind of style of clothing.
They're all wearing polo
Yeah.
shirts.
So
They were a little more
Collar-
dressed up than that.
Collars
But-
popped.
Yeah.
okay, and then so we're in the room, we're standing outside of the circle, and then they're like, okay, step into the circle, and we're like, no, and then
Kelsey's like, I wasn't asking.
doors.
2 people close the like and lock the doors behind you.
Okay, and then we turn around to see the doors close, and then like immediately after that, what happens?
That's where the
This
episode
now,
ended.
this is what's
So
happening.
they're
This is
just
what's happening right
standing
now.
there, just doing nothing. They're like,
Okay.
Get in the circle, damn it.
They've done their like they've put their first salvo of threat at you,
Yeah,
which is
okay.
we're not asking, and now it is upon you, the people
To
who react
retaliate.
to the things I say.
Yeah.
okay, so then I just walk over to the door.
Wait,
then
how do we play again?
What's a TTRPG?
I have a question for Jackie. The pentagram on the ceiling.
Mhm.
Can you tell if it's a protective pentagram or a bad pentagram? What's the opposite of protective?
Destructive? I don't know.
Can you
assess the
assess a
situation?
Sure.
Like, is it a demon trap? Or
Okay,
like-
and then while Jackie's doing that,
Mhm.
I just immediately spin around because I hear the door close, and I just start walking towards the door, and I'm just gonna like, I'm probably like, no thanks, and then I'm just gonna like bust the door open, or I'm walking towards
Okay.
it. There's people in front of me.
That's your
So-
intention.
That's your intention.
Yeah.
We'll come back to you. I'll get Jackie's roll squared away first.
Okay, so I cleared that condition. Ooh, an 8 plus 9.
Okay, so you can ask one question from the following list, or you have the list there.
I mean, these are the same thing. What here is the greatest danger?
Stepping into that circle, you can see like they are set up to do some like hell magic here, and it would involve. I think usually it would involve sending whoever is like the sacrifice of this spell to hell. That's kind of all you can gauge at the moment. So
Okay.
you would be in danger if you step inside that circle.
So I want everybody.
You'd also go to hell, which is where you kind of want to go.
But on our terms.
Yeah. Everybody, if you step inside the circle, we're going to hell, is the thing. Do we want to step inside the circle, not step inside the circle? We should probably figure that out real quick.
I don't want to.
We do have our
Everybody?
scrolls to come back
So
from
before
hell.
we go into a discussion,
Oh,
Jason
yes.
is already trying to leave. You step towards the door.
Mhm.
Before you can get there, one of the like people that closed the door, which is like a big like football player sized dude, steps in front of you and like puts a hand on your chest and says like basically like shakes his head like no.
I keep moving.
You try to move. This person is clearly has superpowers.
Okay.
You try and move, and it's like he pushes back and like actually like physically pushes you back.
So there's going to be a moment of like, as he's doing that, I'm like increasing my density. So my mass is increasing. And then like, as I'm pushing, then he's probably like trying to push back further. And then there's just this contest of like immovable object versus.
Okay, I think
Unstoppable force.
Yeah.
think this is maybe, unless you want it to just be like nobody moves in either direction.
No, like
We don't
I'm
need
trying to
roll,
push
but-
past him.
Okay, so then this is directly engage a threat.
But like, I'm not like punching him or
Yeah, yeah,
anything. I'm just using my.
No, but you can still get scaled, so you can still get conditions.
Yeah.
Ooh, boxcars.
All right, Jason, you are ultimately stronger than this dude. How invincible do you want to be about this?
Like I said, I'm not trying to like actively hurt him, right? So I'm not punching him, but it is that thing where like I'm pushing and there's a bit of resistance and I just like keep moving and like his hand just like buckles.
Yeah, you see his like arm breaks as
Yeah.
you like
Yeah, maybe his like wrist breaks
his
or
wrist
something.
breaks, and he like tumbles like to the side like in pain. He's clearly not someone who normally experiences pain. I also think like loose objects are starting to like slide across the floor towards Jason.
And like as I'm like stepping, the like ground is kind of like breaking because I'm probably
it's
like
definitely like stone flooring too. So that like you
Yeah.
take a step and there's like that brief second and it's like cracks under your feet.
depending on how strong he is, like my mass is like increased to like tons. So it's just a huge weight. And then I just turn to him like, sorry, bud.
He's grabbing his broken arm and screaming in pain. What's everyone else doing?
Yeah, I think Artemis doesn't want to go to hell right now. So I'm going to pull out some weapons because we want to leave. And if they're going to stop us, they might lose some limbs.
Yeah, Cadence just turns to Kelsey and says, if we're going to hell, we're going to hell on our terms.
You can't make us.
I don't want to go to hell right now.
I don't want to brush my teeth.
I want to stay up. It's
I
not that
want to watch the late show.
Okay, well, it sounds like we are entering a battle against a dangerous foe here.
Mhm.
Yeah, sounds about
So
right.
let's add 2 to the team pool just to start. Who is the leader in this situation? Do we have one?
I feel like not really. Everyone's kind of...
Jason kind
doing
of
their own thing.
started the altercation, but I don't know
Yeah.
if that makes him the leader per se.
Okay.
I mean, Jackie could be the leader because she is trying to like make sure that everybody's not going into the
Sure. Yeah.
circle.
Okay. Yeah. Jackie's the leader for this combat.
Okay.
Do you have influence over every teammate?
I don't.
Okay. Does everyone have the same purpose in the fight? I think, again, we should determine this by going around and everyone saying what they think the purpose of this fight is, as opposed to just saying, yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Not going to hell.
Yeah, we're going to hell on our own terms, so
Yeah.
not being forced there by a bunch of stupid, stinky cultists.
Okay.
My objective is to leave.
Yeah, also not go to hell on our own terms.
Yeah, what they said.
Honestly, Babe just thinks like that. Babe
Artemis-
doesn't know what's happening.
Artemis does not want to do anything that she doesn't explicitly want to do, and also has a contrary streak. So if they say, get in the circle, she says, fuck off.
Babe just wanted to go to the party.
Babe's also the only one of us wearing like a cocktail dress.
Yeah, not
Everyone else
prepared
has-
for battle.
Yeah, everyone else has like their costume on underneath fancy dress.
Anyway, so,
So it
no.
sounds like no. Okay.
Answer?
Big
No.
surprise.
If any
So
team
do you
member
take
mistrusts the leader or the team.
No,
you
I think that's
no,
just-
You
Oh.
just don't get one.
Yeah,
if
we
anyone
just don't
has
get
that.
anyone.
But the next one, if any team member mistrusts the leader or the team, removed.
Which is an automatic yes because we have Artemis Q.
Well, I don't mistrust the leader, but I guess I am part of the team, so.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, do you mistrust any of the team?
If there's any mistrust within the team.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, so it's
Which
not
is
specifically
inherently-
the leader.
Yeah.
The violence inherent in the system.
But I actually think it might be more that less that Artemis doesn't trust anyone, but I think currently Kevin doesn't trust Artemis.
Yeah.
Based
Yeah.
on the murder.
Yes, that is correct.
Is your team ill prepared or off balance?
Yes.
I kind of think yes in this case.
I want to argue no because we knew it was a trap and we knew what was happening going in.
We knew there
But-
would be a trap, but we didn't know what the exact
What it would be, yeah.
the
I think we
situation
were
would
ready
be.
for a fight, but
Were we?
whether I think some
Babe
of
was
us,
ready for our party.
Yes.
Oh, come
I
on.
think some of us were ready for a fight, and I don't know if that means
Honestly,
yes or no to that
if they
question.
were like, if they didn't show their hand until we got into the room, but they were like already antagonistic to us before.
Because
Yeah.
we were antagonistic to them.
Yes.
We'll let you keep the point.
We also heard Latin chanting on the way down, and I think that kind of tipped the scales.
Babe's wearing her fighting cocktail
So you're not
dress.
off
Or
balance.
combat cocktail
but
dress.
You're not off
Sketchy.
balance, but do you feel like you might be ill prepared for this fight?
I unfortunately would say yes, we are
Yeah.
ill
Yeah.
prepared because we don't know anything about our opponents
Yeah, I guess.
other than
That
they
would-
might be ninjas.
We're also not like suited up and not that
Cadence
that
we
is.
is.
have our suits under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Babe's the only one that's not.
Well, there you go.
yeah, we.
I don't think I'm wearing my suit. I'm wearing. I think we established I'm wearing just like the like.
A tuxedo shirt?
No, the like fancy like.
It was like the hockey kid
Yeah.
going to a tournament.
yeah.
Mhm.
Where?
Although of everybody, I would argue that Jason is the person who least needs a special suit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was wearing a tuxedo over top of my suit. Jackie was
It's
just
important
hiding
to
up.
determine, though, when he gets like shot with magic in the chest, if it reveals the super suit underneath or if it just reveals like sexy
chest.
Jason chest.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
But these are things the listeners need to know.
Oh, my chest
Theater of
hair.
the mind.
I know my glistening chest hair.
No, like it burned away a little bit.
So he's perfectly shaved.
Ah.
Oh.
What were we
Anywho.
doing?
Right, we're fighting
we're
ninjas.
starting a fight because Artemis drew
Yeah.
swords.
Right. I argue that Jason
Yeah,
started
well,
the fight
yeah,
first
that's
by
true.
breaking someone's arm.
Yeah.
I'm just continuing it.
Crack.
Sorry, we're escalating the fight
Yes.
because
Yes.
Artemis
There we go.
drew swords.
Perfect.
Yes.
What are people doing?
Hyde looks very angry and intimidating and starts to like, does a really loud growl at any occultists approaching them.
Cadence is just like, well, I guess we're doing this. And then to Bandit, no killing.
Aw.
No manslaughter.
Just a little bit? What if they try and kill me at self-defense?
Maiming is okay.
Okay.
Ooh, maiming.
I can handle maiming. Who wants to be maimed?
Yeah. Let's get our meme
One
on.
of them puts.
Yeah.
All right, you're mine.
One of them does like a triple flip and jumps in front of you.
What's your pre-fight move and line?
Do you rip your dress off, like the bottom of your dress off, like in every woman in every action
Who
movie?
wants to party?
I'm ready.
You still think we're just going to dance or something? You say, let's dance, but mean it
Who
literally.
wants to dance?
Just start shaking the floor.
Yeah, I was thinking that's what I wanted to try to do is like break up. So the circle, it's on the floor or it's on what's on the
Pentagram is
ceiling?
on the ceiling.
Okay, but there's nothing on the actual
Probably
floor.
shouldn't try to break the ceiling.
Yeah, don't bring the ceiling down
Yeah,
on top
no,
of
no,
us,
no.
please.
Or do?
Mm?
I was thinking of just like breaking up the ground just to get everyone a little bit like unstable.
Off balance?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could start doing that. So that would be a directly engage a threat.
Okay.
Oh, we should have brought breathing
Or are
protection.
you trying to use one of your burn moves to do this? Because I think there's ones that are like you can.
I guess I could charge my burn and then
Yeah, the
I'm gonna.
camera's spinning around you as you guys all do your cool.
Yeah.
pose.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'll charge my burn. We'll see what happens. It's just if I miss, then I have to mark 3 conditions. So that's not great. Yeah, it's fine. We'll try. Oh, 6. Okay.
Do you get to
Plus-
add anything
plus,
to that?
Plus conditions. That becomes 7. So that is a
Okay.
hit.
Okay.
But then you have to
Mark.
mark an additional condition.
Okay, that's fine. She's probably feeling afraid because she's not prepared. She's in a cocktail dress. What is she going to do? And now
Then you
I.
can
Should-
spend that burn to cause an effect.
I should have taken the fighting in formal wear
Yeah.
class.
Yeah.
Ooh, next term.
So yeah, babe, you like step on. I guess probably step out of your heels and step on the ground, and it starts to shake.
Yeah. So I want to do this one, worship. Put out a tremendous display of your might. And then, because I'm unleashing my powers, right? So do I have to roll for that?
Yes. So if you want to use that, you would spend 1 burn, and then you
Okay.
need to roll to unleash your powers
Okay, let's do that.
to get that effect
Okay.
to stun everyone.
Yeah. Because all I'm doing is just taking off my shoes and stepping on the ground. So 7 plus 2, that's 9. So I spend 1 burn.
Okay, so you do it. So you were like stun, stun, and like everyone, like everyone is like paying attention to Babe as like a real threat, as opposed to just the ditzy girl who's dressed for a party.
Don't
Which I
mess
think
with
will
me
give
and my
everyone like
friends.
sort of an opportunity to act here.
Mhm.
But the effect is also unstable or temporary,
One of those.
or you can mark a condition.
Okay. I will mark another condition.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
You
That puts
sure?
you at 3
Ugh.
already.
Just make it temporary.
Okay. It's up to you guys.
It's just a little shake.
Yeah.
So it's starting to shake. It's more unstable than temporary, I think, because
Mm.
that's sort of the nature of Babe as the Nova. So you can see you're shaking the room, and it's shaking like it's like earthquake, and people are paying attention. You guys can see like the glow is starting behind Babe's eyes, and like you're starting to glow like like you would when your powers are approaching overload. They're not currently, but you can see that you're unstable at this point.
Terra Firma, you good?
For now.
Okay.
So this has created an opening for everyone to do something here. What do we want to do? Who hasn't acted yet?
Cadence is just going to make a big old boxing glove and punch Kelsey in the face.
Nice.
Directly engage a threat, please.
That is plus danger?
Yep.
Question mark?
Unless you have a move that changes that.
Oh, well, is there an audience watching?
I don't think a
Okay.
group of enemies counts as an audience.
It's 8 anyway, so it's good
okay.
enough.
So you can choose one from the list.
I'll resist or avoid their blows.
Okay, so You throw a punch. You can see she tries to like start casting some magic at you, doesn't get it off fast enough. You punch her with the boxing glove. She'll take a condition, gets thrown back, but is going to get back up and use a villain move, which is just cast bolts of magic at you.
Magic missile.
And this is a hard move, so it is going to hit you before anyone can like step in the way or anything like that, which means you need to take a powerful blow, please.
Oh, shit. 10. This is Kevin Dance here on 1079 CKQT, home of the cuties at the University of Western, University. Next week, here on campus, Doctors Glenda Grimm and David Magic will be putting on a workshop called Close Sesame, How to Defend Yourself Against Magic. They're going to be going over counterspells, enchanted equipment, and how to spot a magical attack for the layperson. You are not going to want to miss it. We are going to take a quick break, but then we will be right back with Dusty Pines and their new song, This Is Me.
Things have been a little tense, and now I guess you're on the fence about this modern alliance that we struck up together. The writing's on the wall, the other shoe's about to fall, and now you're feeling all the weight of forever. I'm spending it with me. Yeah, I'm spending it with me. Oh, I'm spending it with me. Yeah, I'm spending it with me. I wanna hear you say that it doesn't matter anyway. I wanna know that I'm your stars and your moon, that I mean everything to you. I wanna be your heart like you're my heart. I wanna know how much you miss me when we're apart, but I guess I'll have to settle for being satisfactory. 'Cause maybe this is me. Yeah, maybe this is me. Well, maybe this is me. Yeah, maybe this is me. And maybe you like me better when we didn't live together, and no matter what the weather, I was always looking good. Now you're stuck here with me, I'll be right back in a jiffy. Your decision seeming iffy, not as happy as you should. Hey, well, maybe this is me. Yeah, maybe this is me. Oh, maybe this is me. Yeah, maybe this is me. I wanna hear you say that it doesn't matter anyway. I wanna know that I'm your stars and your moon, that I mean everything to you. I wanna be your heart like you're my heart. I wanna know how much you miss me when we're apart, but I guess I'll have to settle for being satisfactory. 'Cause maybe this is me. Yeah, maybe this is me. Well, maybe this is me. Yeah, maybe this is me. I'm a hot mess and I never sit and rest. Embarrassingly complicated, easily frustrated. I'm a tempest, never at my best. What should I expect? 'Cause maybe this is me. Yeah, maybe this is me. Oh, maybe this is me. Yeah, maybe this is me. I wanna hear you say that it doesn't matter anyway. I wanna know that I'm your stars and your moon, that I mean everything to you. I wanna be your heart like you're my heart. I wanna know how much you miss me when we're apart, but I guess I'll have to settle for being satisfactory. 'Cause maybe this is me. Yeah, maybe this is me. Oh, baby, this is me. Yeah, baby, this is me. Shit stain, chump change, fucking lame, little me. Piss stand, TV, anti-vision, little me. Shit stain, chump change, fucking lame, little me. Piss stand, TV, anti-vision, little me. Eeny little wheezy little skittle diddle little old me.
Okay, you must either remove yourself from the situation, flee, pass out, lose control of your powers in a terrible way, or of yourself, or two options from the 7 to 9 list, which is that you lash out verbally and provoke a teammate into foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition on them. You can give ground, your opposition gets an opportunity, you struggle past the pain, and mark 2 conditions.
I'm trying to figure out how losing control of my powers would work.
I mean, I can tell you, I can take control there.
Jesus, take the wheel.
All right.
Oh, he's Jesus now?
Yeah. No, don't give him that. Yeah, I'll lose control.
Okay, so this magic is that she hits you with, this spell. You get hit with this, and the magic in the spell isn't just like physical. Like you're bracing for a physical blow that doesn't come.
Mm-hmm.
She has cast the magic that they put into the powder, and your powers start to overload. And basically what this is doing is basically turning all sound in this room into physical objects, just like
no.
spikes of stuff. Like
Yeah.
I mean, anytime a noise make like spike comes out. So dude screaming, I think, explodes into like sound spikes of your construct. Like just full. This is some. We're an invincible descriptions of this.
Yay.
Like, this dude just like erupts into like blood and like little spikes of pink energy constructs things. All of the like rumbling from the earthquake starts just like spikes of like sound spikes start popping up all over the place that people have to avoid.
On the plus side, it probably ruined the pentagram.
Pentagram's
but
not making
that's not,
any
That's not
noise.
really, that part's not really
Ceiling
doing anything.
starts
The ceiling
making
is
noise.
okay for now. Everyone like,
Everything's rumbling.
kind of realizes what's happening. They were a lot sort of stunned into silence by Babe, so they're not talking too much. But people are having to like avoid these spikes coming up. I think a couple people don't and get like spikes through the feet and stuff. And then everyone that is not Cadence is going to also need to take a powerful blow as
Yikes.
anything you move and do causes spikes of energy.
I mean, it's probably just flavor, but I try to look at the team and be like finger to mouth
What do we add?
Conditions.
Oh, okay.
you
I
got?
got 7.
And if you're below
You want
6,
to be low.
I
Yeah.
know.
If you're below 6, you get to mark potential.
Yeah.
I got 9.
So Jason is just like these like I think the like energy spike things are coming up and like hitting like breaking against you because you're so dense
Yeah.
and like your invulnerability has been increased a lot.
I have an ability called I am not my body. When I take a powerful blow, I may roll with 2 fewer conditions. So I did that, but I have 3 total, so I got a 10.
Oh no.
Okay.
And it says on a 10 plus, you must choose to lose control of yourself in a terrible way.
You can also remove yourself from the situation.
No,
No,
it
that's
says
what
it
it
on.
says.
Oh, that says okay. Okay, we'll get back to that.
Sorry, y'all. This is fucked. We're
Whoopsie.
walk into a trap. Trap gets you.
Let's just go around and get the rest of the results.
I got a 7.
You got a 7?
So I am going to push past the pain and mark 2 conditions.
Okay. So yeah, I think you do get stabbed in a couple places, and now you're in Daredevil exhausted territory.
But I'm also a sociopath.
Yes.
Yes. So you're in Batman physically exhausted
Yes.
territory.
Yeah. I'm going to go angry and insecure.
You become the Punisher.
I am violence.
I got 7 plus 2 conditions, so that's 9.
Oof. We all
Which is
did
not
bad.
good.
Yeah.
I will.
I would suggest give ground.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was thinking that. Yeah, I'll give
You're
ground.
literally giving them.
Yeah.
Ew.
Here you go.
I think the thing that you do in response to this is just like stop using your powers,
Yeah.
basically.
Which is good because
Yeah.
the sound stops
Yeah.
too.
And then Hyde, I think like Jackie, you just feel like the Jackie persona
Yeah.
just like get pushed down, and Hyde's eyes probably go red or
Yeah,
glow
right.
with whatever.
Like gone through this before. I think Jackie loses control. It just turns into like monster mode, just kicking everybody's ass. So Hyde's like grabbing people and smashing them together and just like thrashing through this crowd, and like it's not a great situation.
Okay, is Hyde discriminating between friend and foe?
I mean, I lose control of myself in a terrible way. I mean, if there's no control, then I wouldn't be discriminating, I guess.
Okay, then I think everyone needs to take another powerful blow as just Hyde comes like swinging through and like
Sorry, guys. I'm just doing what it
Sweet.
says.
Okay, that one I got 5, so I'm fine.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, I got 6 because I have 6 because I have
Can we add
condition, but it's still fine.
conditions?
Yes, the 2 you just added.
Yeah, I got 10.
Oh, Jesus.
okay.
Not
This is not going
I
well.
have to save this one die for good rolls. The other ones were fine.
Okay,
All
so
the dice go to dice jail.
We'll start with Jason.
So I got mixed success. I don't have any conditions yet, so I'm going to choose to struggle past the pain. I'm going to mark 2 conditions.
Okay.
I'm going to choose angry, and I don't think I'm afraid. I don't think I'm guilty. Maybe insecure.
I can see that because you're like, I think in the moment you're like, yeah, I'm so tough right now, and then you get hit by Hyde, and Hyde hits a lot harder than anyone else has
Yeah.
hit you, probably ever in your life.
Yeah. And it's like a sneak attack
Yeah.
too, because I'm like, we haven't gotten there yet, but like I'm at the door now. I think like this would be the opportune moment for me to like, I'm trying to get out.
Okay, yeah.
And then from behind,
I have something else that can add to insecure. So I think Hyde doesn't like punch you. I think Hyde like grabs your head and slams it into the door.
oh shit.
At which point your face meets the magic seal that has been put up when they close the door. So it's not going to be as easy as just opening the door. And it also hurts. You maybe have a little bloody nose.
I'm angry. So I actually think I get a little bit, I was about to say seeing red, but like, I'm not like
Not literally.
I'm not going like berserk mode, but I'm like a little bit pissed off because I'm just like feeling cool. I like walk over to the door and then all of a sudden just get cross-checked from behind, face into the bleachers. And it's just that like mode that switches where you just go into like fisticuff mode. Goon mode. And I just
Jason
like
turns around and like throws off his gloves
I don't
even though
think
he's
we
not
should
wearing
say
it.
goon mode anymore. I know
Not
this
that
means in
goon.
hockey.
Hockey goon mode.
Yes.
Hockey goon mode.
Goon, not gooner.
So I just like wheel around and just also indiscriminately, maybe like sucker punch or like punch Jackie or Hyde and be like, fuck off. And
We'll
like,
resolve that after we resolve everyone else's powerful blows. Because you probably turn around like throwing the punch as like Hyde is just hitting everybody.
Yeah.
So
I got a
Kevin,
6, I'm
you
good.
successfully did it. I think because your powers are overloading, Hyde goes to punch, and I think all of the energy in the room that is like being formed from sound rips through the room and like forms a
Shields me.
shield, and Hyde's punch can't get through that. Artemis,
So I got a 10.
you got a 10.
So I would also like to lose control of my powers
Yeah.
just for funsies.
Cascading effect of losing control.
Okay.
And just so you know what conditions I have angry and insecure.
So everyone, this is like rage monster fills the room. So we're going to do another round of terrible blows once we finish resolving this.
Good.
I thought that
this
would
is
be
this is
fun.
a real terrible blow spiral. that's
Yeah.
going on here.
So Jason might be
I
even
think this is going to be
angrier.
a really good lesson at the end of this that everyone's going to learn about teamwork. Babe, what was your role?
Blow spiral. I'm stuck
got
on
it.
blow spiral.
I got a 9.
Circle blow.
I
think that's called a daisy chain.
guess I'll give ground again. Or
Okay, yeah. I think
yeah,
in
I
this
don't know
case-
how I can lash. Everyone's provoked
And I
already.
got something for give ground, which is I think you kind of get like backhanded by Hyde, and that pushes you into the circle.
Oh, good.
Feels appropriate to this
Okay,
clusterfuck.
so things we are going to.
Stu's like, you have to go to kill this episode. I don't know why
there.
you're fighting
No
it.
matter what.
Believe me, this is going so much better than I could have possibly planned.
it might
Our
be next
entire
episode
is just going to be,
Terrible blows. Okay, I think first we are going to directly engage a threat from Jason as Jason attempts to punch Hyde.
Okay.
But now you're really angry.
I
So this is
also
just roll plus danger.
Yeah, I also think I have, because you're my rival, I get a
Oh.
+1 ongoing against you.
Mm.
Are we doing like a dice?
No, you don't need to roll.
I don't
this.
need to
Yeah.
roll.
And this, I also, oh no, I'm not unleashing my powers. I'm just directly engaging.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't get another +1. Okay, so I get +3 to this roll.
Yeah, because I think you were just like a fuck off punch.
Yeah.
That's not like a extension of your powers in a like weird way.
So I got 7 + 3, so 10.
Okay, so you on a hit you trade blows. So Jackie needs to mark a condition. Hyde needs to mark a condition from getting punched by a strong guy, and then Jason, you can pick 2 from the list.
2. Okay.
Jackie's gonna feel, or Hyde's gonna feel.
I'm gonna
guilty.
resist or avoid their blows.
Okay,
I don't know how that works. Like
you don't take a condition.
Yeah. Okay.
I see.
So we trade blows, but I kind of keep my arms up, and then
We do that thing where our fists match in the middle.
Yeah, that could definitely happen. It like shakes the room.
I want to. I don't know if this is an option, but like maybe like frighten Jackie,
Okay.
There's impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
Yeah.
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 or like
Monster mode.
I don't know if like frighten is maybe the right word I'm looking for, but like basically like
Snap her out of it.
yeah, almost like Jackie just got like a really good hit on me and is sort of just going rage mode, and I just get a nice clean hit in there. This is I don't know why, but I'm thinking of like, you know, in one of the Avenger films when like Thanos and Hulk are fighting.
Oh,
And
sure,
like
yeah.
Hulk is just like going nuts, whatever, and then Thanos comes in and he's got the like
Yeah.
jabs,
Yeah.
whatever. So I do that a little bit and like try to
Okay.
like really.
I think you
Yeah.
frighten Hyde enough, like it does. Jackie kind of regains control for the brief seconds before Artemis's rage
Fills the room.
Wave of rage.
So I think you have that moment to realize like Jackie, you kind of come back into your body. I think Jason, you can recognize that, and I think you like breathe an ironic sigh of relief, and then you see just behind that, I think like Artemis like just like screams and like waves of red psychic energy come off of her.
Yay.
And everyone is going to need to take a powerful blow again.
Except for me.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Like, I don't...
That's a fail.
Shit, that's a 7.
Sorry, everybody.
Please roll.
Oh my god.
Snake eyes. Oh! I called it. Wait.
Sorry, we all
Little
yelled
vi-
in your ear, Kirk.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, victory dance. I did roll snake eyes. That's pretty impressive. I called it. Called the dice.
Nice.
You
Plus
stand
4.
strong and mark potential, and then describe how you weather the psychic attack.
Well, now that Jackie has regained control of Hyde, maybe she's a little bit more fortified against this type of psychic energy. So, as maybe has been studying it a little bit, so she's able to move past that. She's always angry, anyways. That's the trick. I'm always
You
angry.
do some yoga breathing.
Yeah, just like
Calm yourself.
center myself, align my chakras, etc. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, a success. Wow.
Your ones came in handy for once.
Yeah.
my
So
gosh.
I failed full on. I got 9 plus 2 conditions, so 11.
This is so bad.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
I mean, I would say if you want a suggestion, fictionally, you're being flooded with like rage emotion.
Yeah.
So lose control of yourself would make sense, but obviously it's your choice.
Yeah, I just want to end this cascade. I think.
Yeah, but that's metagaming.
I know.
You can lose control of yourself or your powers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I think what I want to do.
Like
is,
losing control of yourself could just be you keep attacking Hyde because that was your
Mhm.
last
Yeah.
emotion. So it wouldn't cause a
yeah.
power spiral.
Yeah.
what would it be like if I were to choose to give ground to.
I think, and something would cause you to move into the circle, I
Yeah.
think, but we'd have to figure out what that would be.
Hyde would just backhand you into the circle, I guess.
Jason,
Or-
stop.
No, it'd have to be a result of
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
mind powers. So.
Oh, yeah.
Lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence to inflict. I don't have influence on Artemis.
Artemis. Yeah, me neither.
So-
Anybody does.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
But it can be any teammate.
But I have to have influence over them.
To inflict a condition, you can just lash out verbally and provoke someone without influence.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I think I'm going to lash out. I think that's more what I'm thinking is I like lash out towards the source of this kind of anger,
Mhm.
which in this case is Artemis. So I basically lash out since I already sort of like
Mhm.
quote unquote dealt with Jackie. I then turn to Artemis and I just start like cursing at you and like yelling at you and being like, you're fucking all of this up.
Okay, and then the other one, what else are you choosing from 7 to 9?
I'm going to give you an opportunity against me or give ground basically.
Your opposition, which
Yeah.
is me, gets the opportunity.
Yeah,
Gets
sure.
nothing.
The
So I
name
think
does.
you're yelling at Artemis and you're like walking towards Artemis
Yeah.
and that causes you to cross into the circle.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
like if they want, they could like push me into the circle or something. Or-
And then
I think it's you not realizing because I
Okay.
think because people have been kind of like knocked about and spread about by this
Yeah.
explosion of powers.
Mhm.
I think where Artemis is from you is like across like an edge of the circle. And
Yeah.
I think you step into it as you're like approaching Artemis. And
I think my power explosion should affect everybody in the room, correct?
yeah, well,
Yeah.
Then we'll
once
get to the
we get through
ninjas?
everyone,
Okay.
I will get to what the aftermath of all of this has been for
Gotcha.
all of the
Okay.
ninjas.
They're
Yeah.
all dead.
so to recap, I
Heads
think
explode.
I start lashing out at Artemis and like I'm not being like physically confrontational with you. I feel like I have enough like a little bit of discipline
Mhm.
where like I wouldn't just like try to clock Artemis.
Yeah, no, I think you're just doing the like you're like walking towards
Exactly.
her.
And I
Yeah.
just start walking towards you and just
Mhm.
start yelling at
Yeah.
you and then like cross that.
yeah.
Mhm.
Cool, Kirk.
7. So I choose one from the list. I was also going to choose lash out. I was going to choose basically the exact same thing as Phil did.
okay.
So just lash out verbally against Artemis and like, this is all your fucking fault. And yeah, just provoke a teammate into foolhardy action.
Okay, what foolhardy action are you trying to provoke Artemis into?
Into getting into like a verbal argument with me.
Okay.
So like, I'm gonna start yelling at Artemis with the intention of like, I'm expecting you to yell back right now. So I'm like, yeah, this is all your fucking fault. If you hadn't stabbed that guy in the neck, we could have just slid in here unnoticed.
Well, we didn't have to bring the body in, but you know, that
I'm not saying it's a rational argument.
seems like a you thing. Defending Artemis until the end.
All right, babe.
So I got a 9 plus 2. I got an 11.
Jesus.
Are you sure you're defending Artemis?
Yeah. Maybe you're also yelling at Artemis.
I mean, angry is just
That's
angry.
Yeah.
I do actually think it would make sense for Babe's character to get angry at people who are getting angry.
See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not.
you-
It's you're angry, but you're not like Well, you are irrational, but you
Yeah.
know what I mean. It's like when you get drunk, you're like
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
exaggerating. You're already like.
The feelings that you've already
Yeah.
been feeling. Yeah.
But you did in the last episode pierce the veil on Artemis
Yeah.
and have that thing.
yeah,
so
that's
you
true.
might not be 100% on her side
Yeah.
anymore. But more
90%.
likely, more likely you would start yelling at me and Jason.
Don't touch my friend like that.
Yeah, I think that
If you
Makes sense.
choose that, you also need to choose another one from the 7 to 9 list.
Right.
Otherwise, you just need to either remove yourself from the situation or lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way.
Do it.
Lose control of my powers again. No.
And just start this whole
I don't think we can
thing
live with
over.
that.
I can't.
Yeah,
I can't. I
And
will.
You get overwhelmed and just pass out.
Yeah, I guess I'm already in the circle. That's what someone wants. So.
No, you choose what you want. I will get us to hell.
Yeah, I think I'll start like yelling at Jason and Kevin because they're yelling at Artemis.
Not my fault. I'm just a baby.
You guys wanted to bring that body with us, and I thought the plan was that we weren't going to bring the body with us, and then all of a sudden we had the body with us, and then that's why all these magic people were angry at us, and then I pass out.
Oh, that's what we're choosing? Okay.
Okay, so the lashing out is just for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like filled with rage.
Just
I
flavor.
think
Because I was so filled with rage.
Yeah.
I was like
You're
shaking.
not breathing.
Yeah.
yeah,
You forget to breathe.
you have to breathe and you pass out. Probably because your powers kind of overload a bit and
Yeah.
cause that to happen. Okay, so Babe has passed out. The three of you are like in an intense argument, which I think has probably drawn all of you kind of into the circle a bit. The only person in the right mind right now is Hyde.
And they're like,
What are you doing?
Jackie in control of Hyde is like, no, everybody, you're in the circle. And then trying to rush to like push them out of the circle, like sacrifice herself to like make sure all of her friends aren't going to hell.
Okay, you rush into the circle to do this. For the most,
Here's a gift, Stu.
Time for an expanded view of the room. So many of these people are dead. They have been like torn apart by sound energy. Some of them are like fully like fighting each other and like enraged and stabbing each other. Some of them have just been like smashed to goo by Hyde. But Kelsey, awful Kelsey, sort of picks herself
The
up
worst.
from where she probably got like knocked aside by Hyde. And I think takes a moment to go, you're all in the circle, and snaps her fingers and finishes the spell.
Oh no.
And you all look down maybe at that moment and be like, oh fuck, we are in the circle. And the sort of like mirrored stone of the floor, you see basically a demon, and hey, it's Cambion, looking up at you and like pressing against the like mirror from the other side kind of thing. And then you sort of feel the world like flip, and you can now see that you're looking up into this mostly destroyed room, and Cambion is looking down at you from up there, and you are all falling.
Uh-oh.
And everyone sort of blacks out in this moment.
Out of curiosity, does Cambion look different than like when?
Like full demon form.
Full demon
Okay.
form. So it's almost closer to what Hyde looks like, but maybe like even a little more demonic.
More horns.
Yeah.
Okay.
More
More
horns.
horns and like fire. I think Cambion, they're kind of like twins, except Cambion is also like wreathed in flame kind of thing.
Okay.
Whereas Hyde is just like a physical being and not
Yeah.
demonic,
Mhm.
except for the horn. Looks demonic, but is not.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone is falling and blacking out. And here's a song from Band we like.
She can love the only one. She must be the queen of crowd, and you are laughing too loud. The time has passed, and now you're past your bad time, having the worst time. Having the worst time. Just wanna break even from the favorite demon. That's what I live in. But my guardian angel is already leaving. you always have to be tipsy. Just wanna break even from the favorite team, and that's why I like being sad. But my guardian angel is already leaving. I don't have any friends left, and you'll never show me to yours. Oh, 'cause I'm the one to blame here, but you know I stopped feeling remorse. I'll pretend it wasn't love, I'll pretend it wasn't love with you. And every time you disappear, I pretend that I already knew.
You just heard Favorite Demon by Autonomous Apes here on Dungeon Punks. If you like this episode, please head on over to Apple Podcasts, to Spotify, give us a 5-star rating, give us a review. That always helps out the algorithms. You can now listen to Dungeon Punks on YouTube, so you can head on over there, click like and subscribe and all that stuff. Or just do it the old-fashioned way and tell a friend. If you want to go the extra mile in supporting Dungeon Punks, you can go to patreon.com/Dungeon Punks. And for only $5 a month, you will get early access to episodes with no ads. You'll get talkbacks every month. There'll be bonus games up there, deleted scenes from each episode, and a bunch more fun stuff. You'll also get access to an exclusive channel on our Discord. Or if you want, you can just hit us up on social media. We are on Blue Sky, on Instagram, all that stuff. Links to those are in the description. Dungeon Punks was produced by Kirk Hamilton for the 604 Podcast Network.
You know when you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself? Talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.